Hello, dear foodie friends, and welcome to Kitchen Chat. I'm your host, Margaret McSweeney, and I'm so glad you're joining us here in the beautiful Middleby Residential Showroom at the Merchandise Mart, here with my favorite friend and co-host, Chef Jamie Larita.
She's a favorite friend today.
I did, and I am so excited for you to meet our very special guest today, Lezli Levene Harvell, who is the curator, founder of Iconoclast dinner experience. Welcome to Kitchen Chat.
Thank you guys.
Oh, well, you are so multifaceted. I mean, first of all, you are a pediatric dentist and now a foodie. Yes.
And a mother of five.
And a mother of five daughters. Five
yes.
daughters. That is wonderful. So I would love to know, how did you get on this journey for this incredible Iconoclast dinner experience that is of high acclaim? What led you to the table?
So it really was me curating an event that I wanted to attend. As a food enthusiast, I found that there was a lack of representation of chefs of color, and I decided that I was going to create my own event. And I started with one event at the James Beard House, celebrating a team of food, wine, and spirits trailblazers of color. And that's actually in its 5-year anniversary, so we're really excited about that.
Wow.
And it really just grew from there. So here I am today with you guys, and and I just have to really say that this work really would not be able to be done without people in the culinary community, such as you, Chef Jamie, and and Viking coming behind and really supporting the work. We wouldn't be able to get these things done without.
Well, we're very, very excited to be hosting your event this year in our Viking showroom here in Chicago. And of course, I'm super honored to be the host of this great event. I can't thank you enough for considering me for that high honor. And talk to me about the level of chef number one, and then maybe some of the chefs and some of the highlights of the food that you might be serving. I know it's a secret.
Yes, it's always a surprise, this particular menu. Well, our Chicago event is really our way of kicking off the James Beard Foundation Awards weekend. It's the best party of the weekend, I must say, and we're so excited to have it here in this beautiful, gorgeous showroom. And this particular event celebrates JBF recognized chefs of color. And so the roster of chefs are chefs from all over the country that have been semifinalists or finalists. And so this year we have an amazing group of chefs coming together. We also have our really great supporters like Cholula, Pellegrino, Veuve Clicquot, Chefworks. We're also partnered with
She had me approved.
Yes.
We've also partnered with a local catering company, Fig, which really allows us to make sure the chefs have everything that they need. And of course, Heaven Hill Brands is our spirits partner, our exclusive spirits partner across all of our events. So it's going to be a really great evening, fun, philanthropy, great people, and a beautiful space.
Sure,
Yes.
and highlighting Margaret, chefs of color. Personally, the reason why I love to be doing this is, chefs to me are like flavors. And all my culinary life, I've been in kitchens with men and women and all the different flavors of humanity. And it's really important to really bring out these stars that, that in some cases have been behind the scenes. And I feel very attached to, putting a light on people that need to be brought to the forefront. And that's the reason why I'm excited to host this event, is that we're going to be shining some light on some great people and, of course, chefs of color.
Yes, and I also love, because charity begins in the kitchen, and I love how the proceeds will go to a very special cause. Can you share with us about that?
So the net proceeds benefit Spelman College, which is my alma mater. It's a historically black college for women in Atlanta, Georgia, and specifically it benefits students from Jamaica and Sub-Saharan African countries, and that's near and dear to my heart. I'm a first-generation Jamaican American, so I really wouldn't be the woman that I am today had I not attended Spelman College. So it really warms my heart to be able to fulfill my passion, but also use my passion to benefit something that I love and cherish so much.
Oh, that's so meaningful, and I'm so excited that you're going to be the host
we're gonna
of
have some
this.
fun.
We have everyone with all these different amazing cooking styles. Although we are keeping the menu, hush hush. It's always a very exciting thing for each chef to come out and say, "This is what I've prepared."
Right.
But we have our event chair, Mashama Bailey, who is a co-owner and executive chef of The Gray in Savannah. She's 2019's Best Chef nominee, Southeast. So we're rooting for her. We hope she wins that. But we also have Chef Jerome Grant, who is the executive chef of Sweet Home Cafe, which is in the National Museum of African American History of Culture. So he's bringing his his telling of African American culture through food and all the different aspects of the African diaspora that have led to African American cuisine. He interprets that through his food. And then we also have Gabriel Hernandez, who is from Puerto Rico. Verde Mese is the name of his restaurant, and so he'll be bringing us a taste of Puerto Rico. And he was a Best Chef nominee South in 2018. And we have Gregory Gourdet, who is out of Portland, Oregon, and he typically creates modern Asian fare, but he's doing something special and different for the party. We're excited about that. And then we also, we're going to end with something sweet. We have Ilma Lopez, who is out of Portland, Maine, and she is the co-owner of Cheval and Piccolo, and she'll be, ending off the evening really sweet. And we also have, obviously, we have to have good, drink as well.
Of course.
So we have Lynn House of Heaven Hill Brands, and she's curating the spirits program, and each past will have a cocktail pairing. And the cocktail pairings are named in the names of civil rights achievements.
Wow.
So it's going to be a really interesting evening.
Very cool.
Lots of fun. Obviously, folks can go to our website, the Iconoclast Dinner, to purchase tickets, and they can follow us on Instagram at Icon Dinner. And if they want to find out more, they have to buy tickets and come hang out with us.
You guys have to come to this event. And you guys also have another branch in New York City.
Yes, we have some more. Yeah, so we kick off the year with this event, the All-Star Culinary Bash, and then we're going to be having another event actually at Viking in New York City in an equally iconic building called the Architecture and Design Building. We're going to be having Impolite Conversation, which is going to be moderated by Michelle Miller from CBS. And we're excited to partner with Viking in that space as well. And then we're going to have our Taste of the Iconoclast Dinner and the Iconoclast Dinner at the James Beard House on June 8th. And then we're going to close out the year in Martha's Vineyard, highlighting up-and-coming female chefs of color, ages 35 and under in Martha's Vineyard. And that event is called The King is Dead.
Wow.
So we are really excited about all the work that we're doing and all the the chefs that we're highlighting and, the progress that we've made over the past 5 years.
Oh.
Well, Lezli, this showroom has a little bit of magic in it. You see on our wall, it says, "Your life will change." I'm sure after this event, having such a wonderful collection of flavors and colors in our showroom's even going to have a brighter and more strong energy. I can't wait for this event.
Oh, and I can't wait to see what the secret menu is going to be. This will be very special. Now, you mentioned Jamaica.
Yes.
What is your favorite childhood taste memory growing up in Jamaica?
So I grew up in the United States.
Oh,
I grew up in New York, but I spent many summers and holidays in Jamaica, and it's funny because one of my favorite food memories is in Jamaica. My grandfather, both of my parents are really good cooks, but my grandfather on my mom's side he's passed away, was a really excellent cook, and he was such a great maker of jerk pork. He didn't make it on the stove. He made it, I don't even know what it was. It was sort of like maybe like a grill, but it was like shaped like a barrel, and just the taste, that smoky flavor. And people, my mother grew up in a really small town in St. Anne's, Jamaica, and people would just like come around when my grandfather made this food. It was like people came out of nowhere. Like, can I get some of that jerk pork? And I cook it in my kitchen, but I've never been able to approach that flavor, that like I don't know how he seasoned that food. I should have gotten the recipe.
Yeah, I always talk about that. I always talk about that. But really, it's like the flavors in that that piece of equipment that you spoke of.
Yeah.
That has energy in it. And every time he made it, the people that, just like I was talking about in the showroom.
Yes.
Every time he made it, those people knew that was something that was expected to be delicious because it came out of that certain piece of equipment that he made it on. You should have got that piece of equipment.
I know. That's really what. And also it was.
It's like the cast iron.
It's like community too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was like people would sort of gather around, and it was
It's food energy.
Yes, definitely.
And the taste memory. Now the irony is, I know that you do not enjoy cooking. As I can understand that. And you're on.
Margaret is I keep trying to get Margaret in the kitchen more and more. It's happening.
I'm an okay cook.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
What age are your daughters?
So I have 6, 8, 10, 17, and 19.
Okay.
My 17 and 19-year-olds can cook. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say that, I guess for me, I'm always comparing myself to my parents. I think that my friends would consider me a good cook, but when I compare myself to my parents, I'm kind of like, I'm very mediocre.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure you're fabulous. 3 life tips to become a successful entrepreneur.
I think that just understanding that as a woman, you have to be able to understand that you don't have to do everything. You don't have to do everything. You can, delegate some tasks that are associated with parenthood. Like maybe you're not making the cupcakes, right? Like maybe you're buying them. That you're doing for the bake sale. Like maybe you don't have to bake them from scratch. Just understanding that you can drop the ball and still be a complete wife, mother, entrepreneur. I also think as a woman, it's also important to understand that you have to be a complete person. You can't just be wife, you can't just be mother, because especially for someone who has daughters, I want them to see that I have my own passions that exist outside of being a wife to their dad and their mom. Like, I am my own person. I'm Lezli, and I have things that I care about. So they have their swim meets, and I'm there for those things, but there's mommy time, and mommy has to do things for her. So just like understanding that you can carve out time for yourself, and you should not feel guilty about that.
True.
We were just talking about this.
I know.
We were talking about it earlier.
We were.
And that was not something that I just came out, of the gate as a mother knowing. It took me a while to feel comfortable, like, leaving the house. My husband's like, they'll stop crying as soon as you leave. Trust me. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's something you have to allow yourself to do.
Right.
You have to allow yourself some time.
And I think a lot of women don't feel comfortable doing that. I remember when my 17-year-old and 19-year-olds were younger, like little, I felt like I had to do everything, because if I didn't do everything, then somehow I was a bad mother.
Yeah.
And just like getting comfortable, like delegating some things. Like, listen, we're going to order this.
Right.
Like, I'm not doing this from scratch. And guess what? Your birthday party will still be perfect.
Yes.
It'll be fine. And I would say the third thing is just really following your passion, listening to your own passion, and not allowing what other people think to sort of drive your process, and just being true to your own vision.
Those are great tips.
Very great tips. Great recipe for success.
My mom, I'm one of 11 children, and my mom needed to do that more. She needed to allow herself some freedom for herself. She was always trying to be the one that baked the cupcakes from scratch and all that. It's too much.
It is. It
Wow.
is. There are people who can do it better than me.
Right,
so
especially
let them
now
do it.
these days. I figured it out. Now you got all the chef connections.
Yes.
I get it now.
Oh, and now you are creating and curating these amazing foodie extravaganza with Iconoclast dinner experience. And could you share with the viewers and listeners your website?
The iconoclastdinner.com, and you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at icondinner.com for any updates for events.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Lezli,
for
for
having
being
me.
on Kitchen Chat.
Yes, of course.
And and I can't wait.
For this event.
Yes.
This will be great.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm like, I hate anything that's a secret.
But what is a party without like some surprises?
No, it's great.
True.
I'm a full supporter of the concept, but I need to know. I need to know what the food is going to be. I guess I'll have to wait.
And it's just around the corner.
Yes.
We'll make sure we have all the links for that. But thank you so much.
Did we say the date? It's May 4th.
Let's say it.
May 4th from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes.
Don't miss out.
Yes.
Or you will have fear of missing out.
That's right. And it's right here in the Viking La Cornue showroom in the Merchandise Mart, Suite 137. When you get here, just look on the boards and they'll give you directions to our beautiful showroom.
Sounds fabulous. So make sure you check it out. But thank you, Lezli. Thank you, Chef Jamie. And thank you, dear foodie friends, for joining the fun here in the beautiful Viking and La Cornue showroom, Middleby residential showroom here in the Merchandise Mart. Make sure you come visit Chef Jamie Larita and also visit thevikinglife.com. Come visit me in my kitchen, kitchenchat.info. And always remember to take a moment and savor the day.